Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thousands of memories are created and captured in each photo taken on your magical vacation. We proudly present Capturing Magic, where we help those moments live on forever.
Welcome to Capturing Magic. I'm Steph from CapturingMagic.me and thedailydigi.com. This is episode 48, recorded on June 26, 2013. I'm here with my co-host, Brittney Leavitt, who can be found at BritishDesigns.com, where she creates digital scrapbook supplies. Hi, Britt.
Hello.
we have here with us, joining us today, back again, Erin Morris, who is a writer at CapturingMagic.me. Hi, Erin.
Hi, guys.
So good to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back.
It's nice when it's summer because you can come on and join us more.
I know. I like it so much more. I like to be able to come on and chat with you guys.
So I always say it, but it's always nice to have a guy on the show.
Yes, we do. We do. Love that. Okay, so let's remind our listeners a little bit. When you go to the parks, who are you usually going with and which parks are you going to?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
You're the guy. You're on.
I go with my family, which is my two daughters and my wife, and usually my mother-in-law and brother-in-law. So there's 6 of us, and we go to Walt Disney World because we're East Coast people.
Yeah. And when did your love for Disney start?
During our first trip in 2008 was my first trip ever. I
Really?
was an adult. Yeah, it was my first trip ever.
I didn't know that.
And I can tell you the exact moment. I was an adult, and I remember that one night, one of the last nights, we had maneuvered it so we were actually sitting on the curb during the parade. And at that point, I think it was still Spectrum Magic. And as it was going by, it just hit me that, this thing that seemed so unreachable all the time when I was a kid, that I was there doing it with my kids. And that's when it started.
That's an awesome story.
I know. I'm like, try not to cry.
I know. You can identify the exact moment you fell in love with Disney. I love that.
That was it. I knew at that minute that we would be back many, many times.
Which you have been.
Yes.
Yep. Your last trip that you had was in December, right?
Yep. We went in December. We went in 2008. We went in 2011 in the summer. And we just went this past December. And we will be going again quite soon.
You're working on planning another trip.
Yep. September.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Are you doing free dining?
No, we did not get free dining. It was outside of our time. So.
By like a day, I think, right?
Yes, by a day. I was super excited. No, it's outside of our time by a day. So
which is a bummer.
We're sparing no expense this time. We're going big time. We're staying at the Poly.
Yay.
So
that's like a dream trip.
I know, right?
Cool.
It's a dream when I get there, not when I'm paying for it.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
My wife does all of our booking. So when she asked, I was like, sure, we can stay there. No big deal. And I happened to go on the site to look at the rooms, and I saw the cost of the room per night, and I think I almost passed out. And I was like, you know what? I just need to not think about that. Just need to go with it.
Yeah. For sure. Don't
the trigger.
know about that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yikes.
Okay, I don't think we have any news to talk about today that I'm aware of, Britt, that relates to creating and capturing magic at the parks. Do you?
Nope. I don't have anything.
Good. Then we will move on to our discussion topic, which we're excited about today. We're going to be sharing, Capturing Magic has been around now for 8 months. We launched right the very last few days of October, and there are tons of tips on the blog and through the podcasts, and so I thought it would be fun today to share some of the things that we've learned from other writers and from guests on the podcast, things that we've tried or things that we want to try. And I think it'll be fun. It's kind of like the best of, the highlight reel for over the last 8 months. I'm excited. So, Britt, let's start with you.
Okay, so I know I've talked about this on the show, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a broken record, but the first thing that pops into my head is the article that Katrina Kennedy wrote called How to Carry Your DSLR to Disneyland. And it's seriously changed my life. Like, I mean, I haven't done it yet because we haven't had a trip since I read the article. It was posted back in January. But reading how she carries her DSLR, it's totally changed how I'm going to carry mine. I'm going to do it next time. And I fully intend on it changing my photography there just because I've never done that before. She talks about how she carries it the whole time. Like it never leaves her body. And I've never done that. I've always kind of had it in and out of bags or, I've never like actually physically carried it on me no matter what. Like she talks about even to the bathroom, she keeps it on her at all times. So I feel like it's going to change how I take pictures at Disneyland. And I'm really excited about it. So that's like the one article that pops into my head every time that really opened my eyes to something new that I was going to try.
Right, for sure. Do you want to, okay, never mind. You did that. I was going to say share how she carried it around, but you said that she carried it around.
And she talks about minimal, being a minimalist and not taking a ton of lenses, not taking a lot of things. She really takes like a camera and a lens and that's it. No bag, no backup, no just in case, just her camera and her lens. That's it. Yeah. And she wears her camera strap crossbody, which is I already do that, and I think I still have the same strap. I think I have the same strap as she does, so that made me excited because I was like, "Ooh, look, I can be like Katrina." And she just picks a really versatile lens. She's careful to protect the glass and protect her lens, which that always makes me really nervous. So that'll be probably something that I struggle with, but I'll have to be careful.
Right.
And then she just never, ever takes it off.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Along those same lines, one of the things when we had Katrina on the podcast, both of you talked about your Black Rapid crossbody strap. And I ended up getting me one, and I took it on my last trip in April to the parks, and I love it.
Good.
It's just so much more comfortable and so much easier to wear your camera crossbody with that strap.
Yep.
See, now I think I need one because this trip coming up will be our first trip with our DSLR.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, now I need that strap. I need the strap to carry it with me the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know that I could carry it constantly all day no matter what if I didn't have a crossbody strap.
Yeah, because I don't think I could carry it around my neck all day.
Around your neck it would be hot, and it slide, like the thing I love about the Black Rapid strap is it locks into place. Did you find this stuff? Like, so when you lean over, it doesn't come crashing down. Like I was constantly cracking kids in the head with my big camera when I would lean down to do whatever, so it stays right where it stays on your hip, which is really cool.
Yes. You can lock it in between certain. Yeah, I loved that. It was really nice.
I think we've talked about it on the show several times. So I'm glad to hear you liked yours. So
yes. A lot.
And the one that we have, Steph, did you get the women's one that has like the curve? Yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't like chop you in half. It's very comfortable.
Ergonomic. It's really ergonomic. And they do have a men's and a women's version.
Yep.
It's perfect. Okay, Erin, your first tip.
I think that if we talk about like life-changing, the one that I have to go back to is the show that we did, the podcast we did about the pocket scrapping, because I was so new to it at that point, and it just inspired me to get my book done. It was the first book I ever finished, and now I'm just moving forward with pocket scrapping, period. I've left 12 by 12 behind for a while. So it's kind of inspired me to keep going with that style. So I think that has to be my number one.
Wow.
That's good.
So you're doing a pocket, you're still doing it digitally, right? And then printing it? Okay.
Yeah, I do it digitally, and then I've been printing it.
Perfect. And so to share with our listeners a little bit more about that, you did a pocket style pages digitally, and you used Project Mouse products.
Yep.
Brittney's Project Mouse products, and then you had it printed in a 12 by 12 photo book.
I did, and I love it, and my kids look at it all the time, and it was Sometimes I talked about it on the show, but I struggled with ever finishing a trip because I felt like I needed to create a 12 by 12 page for absolutely every single thing that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I've fallen into that same
Me too.
mindset.
Yes.
Which is why I never ever finished, because that's how I felt.
I've got tons and tons of unfinished trips, like random pages from trips. But I was able to get everything that I wanted down quickly, easily. I think it took me a month in the end to do the whole trip. So it really has changed how I am approaching memory keeping at this point.
That's awesome. And you also posted on the Capturing Magic about printing that book.
I did.
Yeah, you could, and if people want to look at that link, I'll put it in the show notes, because then you can see a few of your pages and how it looks and how your book
is gorgeous.
Yeah,
I was so happy with how the book came out.
You did Adoramapix, right?
I did, and just the whole lay flat and everything just looks fantastic.
Yeah,
it's something that I always tell people. People are probably sick to death of hearing me talk about Adoramapix for their photo books.
I know, we talk about it a lot, but it's because it's so awesome.
It is. The books, the way they lay flat, and you don't have to worry about stuff getting caught down in the binding because they totally lay flat. It's seamless. They're gorgeous books, and then the pages are thicker too. It's more like a board book, a little children's board book, because they're so thick.
Yeah, I like the thickness of the pages too.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. I was going to ask a question about Adoramapix, but now I don't remember.
Well, let me mention while you're thinking that on the Capturing Magic blog on, the June 26th, there was a post that I did about creating a photo book using any digital scrapbooking supplies right there in the photo builder at adoramapix.com. And they gave us a coupon for all of our readers for 40% off an 8x8 photo book. And you can use it as many times as you want between now and November 30th, 2013.
It's so nice of them, so generous, and so exciting, because their books are just, they're beautiful. I mean, I haven't printed one because I haven't had a chance. I mean, since you've converted me to, okay, I'm going to try Adoramapix, I haven't had a book put together yet. But as soon as I have a book ready to go, or I can, I want to put a book together, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Because
I'm convinced it's just beautiful. I mean, every picture I've seen of yours and Erin's and whoever else prints there, it's just, it's incredible. I have a question. I remember what I was going to ask. When you print with them, does it cut off a lot of your edges? Like, I know the binding is lay flat, but do the outside borders get cut off? How is their cropping?
Okay, so when I did the pages, I just did them the size, the 12 by 12 size. When I went in to put them in the book, they talk about a 1/4 inch of possible cutoff.
Okay.
It talks about that they can't predict how much, that it's different each time, I think, if I remember correctly. So what I did have to go through and do was I had to remat all of my pages.
Okay.
So that there would just be dead space around the edges.
A 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
So that you have that bleed room.
Right. And I mean, all I did was I did it all based on like a piece of craft paper. So all I did was I went back in and I put the 12 by 12 craft paper down and then shrank my layout down the 1/4 inch. And it's not noticeable enough that you can see where the two pieces meet up.
Mm-hmm. Smart. And did you notice that 1/4 inch got cut off a lot, or was it?
It didn't actually. It came back and it didn't really get cut off that much. So I'm kind of, could I have left it? Probably, but I kind of feel like that's a chance you would take. And I don't think I'd be willing to take that chance. I think I'd rather have the extra room than take the chance that something's going to get cut off.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I love about your book, Erin, is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right.
But I love how it's a total documentation of your trip without being 100 pages long, because that's kind of what my layouts end up being is if I want to create a layout of I've only completely scrapped like 2 trips out of I don't know how many. It's ridiculous. But the ones that I've scrapped a layout for every single thing, it ends up being like 100 layouts. And that's ridiculous. Like you don't need 100 layouts for one 5-day trip.
It was really hard
crazy.
because I cannot tell you how many pictures we came back with between the camera, our phones, pictures other people had taken, Photopass. We had so many pictures. And so when I went through to put the book together, I really held myself to the 2-page spread per day. Mm-hmm. And then I think I picked 2 or 3 like special things that we did. So I think the Christmas party has a 2-page spread because I had a lot of pictures from that and I knew I would want to do that.
Yeah.
So it made me a lot more mindful about what I was pulling and what I was using and making it all fit without it being crazy over the top, length.
Yeah, but it looks like from the layouts I've seen of that you've posted on because you posted them to the Flickr group, the Project Mouse Flickr group, and I've seen them there and stuff. And it just seems like it's a lot more about the story and what happened, and I feel like it's documentation rather than like here's all of our photos,
right.
Yeah.
And so to me, I don't know, you have to tell me if now that you have your book, like, do you miss all of your hundreds of photos or do you feel like this is a real record of our vacation?
I feel like it's a real record of our vacation. What I do think I missed a little bit is that the old layouts that I used to do from our trips would be of, these tiny little moments of things that happen those are the things that maybe didn't get put into the book. I think a couple of years back, there was big Captain Jack Sparrow, blah, blah, blah. And my wife loves Johnny Depp and loves Jack Sparrow. And I did a layout because she was so casual about, no, we don't need to stop. We don't need to stop. But then we saw him and she stopped dead in her tracks and was just frozen. Aww. And so like that type of stuff is a little missing, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's good. See, this is the thing is when you've done it and you kind of learn what you miss and what, the next time maybe you can add in a few more of those little stories and whatever and find that medium. It's all an experiment, right? I mean, it's not like you have to get it perfect.
I think
right, exactly.
It makes a difference going into it, knowing how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we were there, I had no idea about any of it, so I just took pictures and did stuff.
Right.
But now that I've kept going with Project Life and doing that, I'm looking at things so much differently that I think that on our next trip, I'll look at it that way too. Like, okay, what things do I need to take pictures of? What do I want to stay in? How many pages am I going to need? So
it'll be interesting to have you back on after your next trip so that you can compare, and how things changed for you. One of the tips that I gave in my post that I did recently on creating a photo book was to go through, figure out what is the story you want to tell. And on each page, figure out what is the story I want to tell. Because when you look at it as little individual stories, it's less overwhelming. Plus, you tend to remember those little moments and details, but also get the chronological events of how things happened. And it's not as overwhelming, too. You don't include every single photo because you want to tell the story, and you only need to include enough photos to tell the story.
Yeah.
One of the other things that has been posted on the blog recently that completely has freaked me out about photo books and I can't wait is putting the maps on the inside cover.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm doing next time.
I know, me too. I love it so much.
These are the kinds of ideas that come to me in the middle of the night and I'm like, I can hardly contain myself to get them put up on the blog and share them because I know people are going to be as excited about them as me.
Well, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Your whole series that you're writing about photo books stuff is just awesome. And so seeing that picture of it opening that you have in that post where it's it just seems like, oh, you could, because can you imagine looking back at your like mom's map from like the 60s or something? It would be so cool if it was like in the book. And I love that idea because it lists every attraction. And it totally gives you how the park was then. Plus it's so cool looking.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, I love it too.
Exactly. Yeah, I was really excited when I figured out that I could do that, or when the light clicked for me, and then when I was able to figure it out, because you download them as PDFs. But when I was able to find something that people could use to convert that PDF to a JPEG, that they don't need Photoshop.
Easy. Yeah,
that was really super exciting for me.
So very, very cool.
Yeah. Do you want to do your next one, Britt? On your list?
Sure. Let's see. Which one should I pick next? Well, since I had already mentioned one of Katrina Kennedy's posts, I actually, as I was writing down like my favorite posts that I could just think off the top of my head, I found so many of them were Katrina Kennedy's. But I really love her article that she posted in April about how to improve your photography skills for your next Disney visit. And Katrina Kennedy teaches photography classes online, and she posts a lot of great articles and things. So basically this post was just like a list of things that you can prepare yourself now so that when you're in the park, you're ready to take pictures. Yeah. And she talks about that moment of like, okay, the fireworks are about to start and you really want to take some good pictures. So you just throw up your camera and shoot and hope you get the best, and who knows. And she's like, it doesn't have to be like that. You can go prepared. And so I plan on using this article as like almost like a class for me, leading up to my next trip. I'll do each one of her little tips that she posts. Like it's like a list of links almost to other articles she's written about improving your photography skills. And I'm going to use each one of those as like a class and practice each one before our trip, so that next time, hopefully I'll have better pictures because I've practiced. Like the first one is seeing the light and using natural light. And then the next one is working on angles, which I'm really bad at. And then getting sharper photos, getting a better composition, practicing the photographing at the speed of kids, which I'm also bad at. And of course there's photography, how to photograph fireworks. So I'm excited to go through each. I mean, I haven't done them yet, but I'm excited to go through each one of those and practice them and really do them so I can kind of give myself a little mini class.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Fun. It's like she gave us a little free class almost. I'll do one a week or something. And so I'll take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks out and do that. That'll be fun.
Get going pretty soon.
I know.
Yeah.
It's getting closer.
Yeah. If people are interested in her classes, they can find her at captureyour365.com.
Yeah. Some of the links she links to are posts from the Daily Digi, and then also some are from, her 365 page site. So yeah, it's good.
Okay, Erin.
One of the things that I was thinking about was actually recently, and it was one of those moments where I read it, and I was like, why didn't I ever think of that? It was, I think it was last week, about taking the practical pictures.
Yeah, from Allison.
That's a good one.
And taking the picture of your kids in the clothes from the day. I was like, oh my God, why did we never think about that?
I know, I thought the same thing.
How have I forgotten to do that every single time?
And thank goodness we've never lost any of our kids and needed that photo that we didn't have.
I'll tell you this time, though, I'm going to be like, okay, stand here so I can take your picture.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I had the same thought when I read her post.
And one of the things I really liked about that post was that it was really different than the ones that we usually do about, these are our memories and these are the things we captured and this is great. It was like, no, this is how to use your camera for things that are really going to help you get through the park.
Yeah.
And make your trip smoother. Yeah, it was really good.
Very good.
Very good post.
So smart.
Yeah. Okay.
Like everything she posted, I'm like, oh yeah.
And it was one of those, why didn't I ever think of that?
Yes, so smart.
I know.
Good job, Allison.
I had the same
Or
thought.
in there was the taking the picture of the tag of something you didn't buy. I was like, oh my God, how many times have I wanted to call and order something and had no idea how to explain to the people what it was?
Right.
Yeah, because you can do that. Those souvenirs that you wish you would have got once you get home. Yeah.
And if you had the SKU and everything right there, it would make life a lot easier.
Sure would.
Yeah, it would.
Sure would.
The souvenirs
cool.
that got away.
Yes.
Oswald ears.
Right. Those ones have been getting away just because they never have them in stock.
Really?
I know.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, they were a hard
okay.
find in December.
Yeah.
Really?
I think we found them at one store and I passed them up and I regret it. They popped up a couple times on DisneyStore.com though in the past
have
couple
they?
months. Yeah, and I still haven't ordered them, but they're the ones that got away. Those are the ones I want.
Yep.
You know, if you're still thinking about it from December, then that means you should have got them.
Right? That means that I need them.
That's right. That's exactly what it means. Yeah, I went because I was at Disney World in December and then in Disneyland in January and April, and both times they didn't have any Oswald ears.
Wow.
I think I found them on Main Street on one of our last days, and not even in the Emporium. I think I found them in the candy shop.
Wow.
Like around there.
That's random.
And
Weird.
it was like one of our last days, and I was like, oh, I don't really need to spend that money. I'm just going to let them go. Never should have let them go.
That's what I always say. If you're still thinking about it months later, then you need to get them.
They will be the ones that I will get this time around.
You need to order them so that you'll have them for the first day.
Yeah, I
ground with
think
your Oswald ears.
I think we're all going to order ears to bring down with us.
Fun.
So
fun. I love all of the new limited time magic ears that have been coming out.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, one of my things. It's actually like I've been converted to magic shots. If you go back and listen to our second episode that we did, both Britt and I talked about how we aren't fans of the magic shot.
Yeah.
And then Heather W. did a post on Capturing Magic all about the magic shot.
Yep.
And I called, once I read through her post, I called down to Photopass in Disney World and asked them what other, because the number for Photopass is the same for both parks. And so I asked them what other, I went through the list with the poor person on the phone, and they gave me a few ideas of other ones that we hadn't named and where we could find them. And they were being so cute because they were trying to be discreet. And every time they would tell me one, they would say, and of course, that's only if the Photopass photographer is trained at that location when you're there.
Yeah. Can't guarantee.
Meaning you can't expect it.
Yeah, and don't get mad at them if it doesn't happen. But I am a fan now after seeing that post and all of her fun, cute magic shots, because she's an adult, and I guess that's what I kept thinking. I'm like, I'm an adult. I'm going to look dumb with magic shots. But she looks so cute with her and her magic shots.
I know. And some of the ones she has are so clever.
Yeah.
And like ones I had never even heard of.
Yeah. And after that post, there were some that she didn't know about, like I said, that the Photopass people told me about, and she included them in her post. And her last trip down there, she was able to get the butterfly magic shot and Chip and Sebastian. And so she's updated that post with pictures of all of those as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So now I'm on a magic shot quest next time.
It's kind of fun to like get, if you to know all the secrets and get them all. That's just kind of a little fun game, you know?
You go with a checklist. You're like, okay, here we go. You're with the photographer, and you're like, okay, which of these are
you trained on, and can we do at this location, please?
Yeah. Well, like she updated that in May she was able to get the Sebastian one, and that's like my favorite movie. So I want a Sebastian magic shot.
It's an adorable magic shot too, isn't it? Don't you think? With the Sebastian
it's really
there?
cute.
It's cute.
And I always thought, like, before I was convinced on Photopass in general, I always thought, well, we'll just take our own and put in our own little Tinkerbell or whatever, in Photoshop. And so we did that a lot back before I did Photopass. But you can't do all of these. Like,
right.
I couldn't figure out how to do all of them.
It would take a lot of time too.
Yeah, it takes way more time than it's
You got to go
worth.
find images of the characters that will work, that you can extract
and shrink them down perfectly.
Yeah.
And
So I'll admit that I'm getting a bit more convinced about magic shots, but I'm not convinced about the frames yet.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I'm
convince
not
me on the
either.
frames either.
I hate the frames. Like
but
that's.
some people love the frames.
Some people
I
do.
know.
Some people
Heather,
do.
if you love the frames, Heather, do a post.
She does love
About
the frames.
I know, and convince us why we should love the frames.
Yeah, and the funny thing is for a while there, every single time I got the Photopass, I would go through and add the frames, and then I'd get the downloads or the CD of the photos, and I'd be like, why did I do that? I am not going to use these on any of my pages. Why? And so I've stopped adding frames or anything to any of my photos.
I never do either, ever.
But they have their place, I suppose.
We'll wait to be
Yes.
convinced.
Yes.
Heather
I'm-
if Heather can convince me that magic shots are great,
That's the truth, right?
she can
Maybe
probably
there's hope for the frames.
yeah, maybe she can convince me that their frames are great too.
Yeah, I will say I did add, because sometimes some of the characters, if you have a picture with the character, you can add their signature along with a little border, and I do like those.
Yeah, I do like the signatures. I have added actually those to
Mhm.
a couple pictures, but
Yeah. And the exclusive ones that are seasonal and things like that, sometimes I like some of those. I tend to like just the more little embellishments instead of the whole frame.
yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, I don't know where we are on our list. Who's next? Aaron, do you want to go with one of yours?
I just
You
didn't
did yours?
go?
Okay.
I feel like I
Britt.
just went. I don't want to take all the time. I know Britt's got like 46.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
At
brother,
least.
I do not.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Britt.
so one of my favorites is from way back in December, and it's when Krista Celine posted about personalizing your Disney home videos. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, that was a long
And it's just a unique article because we don't talk about video a ton on Capturing Magic. I wish we need to talk about it more.
We do. We
because
need to find somebody. If you're a video person, Disney video person, please email me. Let me know because we need some video people.
If you're really good at doing your home movies at Disney,
Yes.
we need you to write for us. But she posted about creating like this cool custom family
Intro.
Disney intro. It's the same kind of like castle intro that they have at the beginning of Disney movies,
Yeah.
but it has your name on it instead. It's really
I
cute.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it made me, I'm totally going to try it. And she got hers done through a fellow Diz board member who did hers for her. But then she talks about how you can make your own. There's links to some sites, and you can use a program that you can download for free online and make your own, which I thought was very cool. I mean, I haven't tried it yet. I'm a little bit intimidated to try it, but because I just don't know anything about video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have my Disney home videos put together, I'm going to definitely try and put that at the beginning because it's so adorable. She has a little YouTube video of her family clip with the castle with her name on it. It's really cute.
Yeah. It was a fun post, and I do want to get more because I've started doing more video at the parks too.
Me too.
So
Me too.
I'm learning video.
And I have to say, since we have had Scarlett, she loves to watch home movies. Like, she'll ask us for specific home movies to watch of herself. Like, when we ask her, what do you want to watch? Like, what movie? Or she'll say, I watch Scarlett Find Easter Eggs. I'm like, okay. So we'll like pull up that movie, or, there's Disney ones. And so if I could put together a whole thing of all our Disney videos and put them all together in this program and put this at the beginning, she would love that. I just need to find the time to do it. But I just that post always comes to mind because it's so unique to our site and so clever and fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely want to try and do that.
For sure. Okay, Aaron, do you have another one?
Yeah, it actually is from a while back. I think it's from December, about the scavenger hunt, the photo scavenger hunt. It was
I have that on my list too.
Oh my God. I was like, that's such a good idea. And
It's such a good idea.
And what's funny is that I had forgotten about it. until I started going through like what we had done and stuff. And I was like, I remember that I had wanted to do that. And so now I'm like, okay, I have to start making my lists.
Yeah. Such a fun idea. And I love how she sort of customized it in a way that really made it into more of a memory keeping experience other than just find Donald Duck or find Peter Pan. You know, it was like a merchant, like her on there, it's like a merchandise display that really wows you. Like that's something that like that creates more of a memory keeping thing. Like it's something personal to them, and things that like they really liked, their favorite this, their favorite that. Things that's a fun scavenger hunt because it's like the game, but it also makes it into a memory
good pictures
experience
that you want to use out of it.
Yes.
Yeah. And that means something because she did it for her teenage daughter. Yeah. And so seeing all of those things through her daughter's eyes, I think that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, did we mention who did that post? It was Kim Lund that did that
Kim,
one.
Yeah.
Yep. She has the best article. That's the other one. It was like all of my whole list is almost Katrina Kennedy and Kim Lund posts because she writes the best stuff.
She does. They both do
for our blog. She's so great. All of Kim's ideas are so awesome. Yes. I feel like she has unlimited ideas. Somehow.
I know.
Right?
It's exactly.
Gosh.
Okay, another one that I want to pick is a post by Katrina Kennedy on how to capture great character photos, because this is one that the tips that were in there I applied when I went to Disney World with my daughter and we were at character breakfasts and different ththings like that. I kept going through them in my mind so that I could for sure get good photos of her, and it worked out really well for me.
Cool.
So, I was happy to be able to have that to refer back to.
Good resource.
Yeah, good. And she talks about, asking to be seated with your back to a window or near a window so that you have some nice natural light on your kids as the characters come around and things like that.
Yeah. It's all those little things that if you think about, then you're going to be so much happier with your photos, and it's going to be easier. If you're trying to face the window, you're just going to, I always get so frustrated. And if you just simplify your life a little bit and just think of that beforehand, if you're smart like Katrina,
and plan.
And plan and use that resource and can remember it when you're there.
Yeah. Exactly.
So smart.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. And I love her candid shots of them just talking, and
so cute.
Yeah, so sweet.
Yeah.
So many great tips.
Okay.
That one I remember created a lot of discussion in the comments. I remember it was this whole long thing. Everyone was talking about that post.
Yeah. And her posts usually do generate lots of people get excited about them because that's all. I mean, capturing magic. It's all in the photos, right?
Yep. Everybody wants to take better pictures.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, Britt. Back to you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so one of the posts by Kim Lund that she wrote was about what to wear at Disney.
It's on my list too.
It is? Okay.
It's on my list too.
Good. See, that means it's really popular.
Yeah, that means it's a good one.
That's a good one. So she talks about what to wear and what to avoid for family photos at Disney. And I love that she does it in a way that isn't like when you look at her pictures, you're not like, well, they don't match. It's not like she made her whole family wear the same shirt.
Or even the same color shirt.
No, they're all wearing different colors, but she's smart enough to know that those are going to look good together and that they're going to look good with the different backdrops that they're taking pictures with. So this is how it changed my life. So, I'm really big into what we wear to Disney. And I'm like she is. Like she said, one of the first things she considers is what are we going to wear? And I'm like that too, especially with Scarlett. It's like, what's Scarlett going to wear? And then how can we somehow not clash with her? That's usually what I'm thinking of. And in our last trip, there's a couple days where I think we look really great. We kind of go with the backgrounds, we coordinate with each other without being matchy-matchy. But then there are other days where we do coordinate with each other, but we clash so horribly with all the backgrounds we took pictures with, I want to gag. So like every time I create layouts or my pocket style pages from that day, I'm like, do I have to try and match this bright lime green shirt and this bright pink shirt? And like, we're cute together, but not with what's going on in the pictures. So I'm going to totally use Kim's post to like think better about coordinating with what's going on in the background and not just coordinating with each other.
Yeah.
I learned a hard lesson on that one.
Yeah, I love, and she just set down general rules. I mean, she's got 3 teenagers, so she set down general rules for all of them on what colors they could, as they're shopping for clothes for the trip, what colors they could choose from, what they could wear on the bottom, and then let them decide what they were going to wear each day, so that any of those colors, it didn't matter, out of those colors, what everybody wore. They didn't have to say, okay, everyone put on your blue shirt today. Okay, everybody put on your white shirt today. And
which is also, it can be cute. Like if you're into your family matching all the same shirt or whatever, we usually do that like one day where we have like a trip shirt. But I don't know. I'm not that crazy where I feel like we all have to wear the same outfit every day. But just the way she does it, I don't know. Like when I look at it, I'm looking at it right now. I'm going, it's not like they totally coordinate, but somehow they look so great with the backgrounds and with each other.
Yeah.
Smart.
And I can't imagine. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so totally go ahead.
I was going to say, I can't imagine doing it with teenagers. Like, it's easy now because my girls are little and I can be like, that's what you're wearing today.
Right. Yeah.
You don't like it, too bad. That's what you're wearing today. But I can't imagine trying to do it with teenagers and be like, no, you need to wear that today.
Right.
Yeah. She said that when they would go shopping for clothes for the trip and everyone was limited to like this color palette. And it just works. It looks great. And it's still like, they still have their Disney shirts. Some of them have character shirts and, things like that. But yeah, so cute and so comfortable. And they all have their own little styles still going on. And
yeah.
And she said, she talks about how she learned it the hard way too. Like she had some trips where she was looking at the pictures going, oh my gosh, what are we wearing?
They've got stripes and plaids and all crazy colors. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Britt. I love to do matching shirts when we're at the parks for a day, or if it's a longer trip, maybe 2 or whatever. But and with little kids, it's adorable to have them in matching shirts. But my teenagers don't get as excited about it.
Yeah, no. We didn't do matching shirts this time, but we did do, because we went at Christmas time, so we did do like Christmas shirts and stuff like that. So I think I wore a Christmas t-shirt every day. I had enough crazy Christmas t-shirts that I wore one every day, and we made sure that the girls had some for the night of the party and stuff like that. So
fun.
But we haven't gone so far as to plan, coordinating. So we'll see.
But it's worked out for you so far, right? I mean, you haven't looked at any photos and been like, whoo.
Well, and it's hard, too. I mean, it would be one thing if it was just the 4 of us, but I really can't be like, oh, hi, mother-in-law. You need to wear only these colors while we're on vacation.
Yeah,
Please,
when you're with the bigger group, then we're not going to worry about it. And I feel like the more we talk about what we're wearing, the more crazy we're sounding, because it's like, who really cares? But I just care because in these specific pictures, I'm like, I hate them. I don't hate them. That's going too far. But I don't love them because it's like, why? Oh, we're so clashy with like, I don't know. We just don't go with what's in the background, and it bugs me. And it's hard to like scrapbook it for me because the colors are so weird. Right. So I get it. I don't think Kim's rules.
I don't think we sound crazy because I've seen stuff on different message boards talking about it. Yeah, we're all crazy together, right?
Yeah, whatever. No biggie.
I think it's a big part for me. I want the best looking pictures, and that's part of it. So
yeah.
But like, I hate that I'm wearing a neon pink shirt when I'm meeting Mickey because my pictures are bizarro looking. Like, not that I need to match Mickey, but it's not very cute.
So what are you going to do this next time? Are you going to do the classic kind of colors that Kim talks about?
Probably. Yeah. Probably. Not neon pink. That's for dang sure. My shirt is cute on its own. It's just not cute
Not
standing
with
next to Mickey. And like I'm standing next to Minnie too, and that's not cute. So I don't know. I just need to tone it down maybe or something. I don't know. Because like I'm wearing a less bright color of pink the next day, and it's not as bad. Like
Right.
it's more of a darker color. And I'm even standing next to like we met Sailor Donald, so he's all in his red and white and blue, and it doesn't look as bad at all. Those pictures are actually really cute. So I don't know. You just gotta tone it down.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see how it works out for you.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're back to, who are we back to? Back to Britt?
I don't know. No, I just did what to wear.
I know, but we all talked about that one because it was
Okay,
on all of our lists. Do you have another one, Aaron?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one. It's actually is by Katie, and it's about doing smash books of the trip.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, my 2 girls have just started smash booking, so I now am like wanting to go back to this and really share this with them. My youngest, my 7-year-old, is just kind of drawing on the pages and sticking stuff down. But my 9-year-old is definitely into the idea of the smash book and putting stuff into it. So I think I'm going to want to do smash books for them just for the trip.
Yeah.
And so this definitely talks about, some of the things to put in and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I love how she even talks about how she took it with her, like in the little pouch, and she
Right.
took how she traveled with it and did it while she was there, and
right.
very, very, very cool.
Yeah. And it's a good way because I do all of my memory keeping digitally. It's a good way to still get in some of the memorabilia stuff that they can put in their smash books.
Yeah.
And we'll still have it.
Absolutely. That's one that definitely changed me for sure. Like one of the life-changing posts, because I'm definitely going to do a smash book just for me, like on our next trip with all of Katie's tips. Like that was a great article.
It was a great article. And I was so excited when she told me that. I didn't know that she had done that ahead of time. It was quite a while afterwards, actually, that she told me, hey, we did this on our last trip. Do you want me to post about it? I was like, yeah. I want you to post about it. And she had lots and lots of really great tips for, all the way down to how to bring some of the ephemera, the tape and the washi tape and all of that kind of stuff with you, but not have it take up too much room.
Yeah, like she rolled it on her pencil. And I love how she did the tape on the edges of the pages to like separate, if your whole book isn't like the same trip or it's not all Disneyland, then those are the pages that are Disneyland that kind of separate it. I liked that idea.
Dividers.
Yeah. So fun. And I would never ever have thought of that. Very good article from Katie.
Great idea. Yeah. I also recently from Katie liked a lot. If you are, maybe you get home and there are pictures that you wish you had of certain things. She did a post recently on how to find images that are legal for you to use on Flickr.
Oh, yeah. Flickr. Yep.
Yeah. Katie's like the Flickr queen.
Yeah. That's a great way to find pictures that like, if you didn't have that you wanted to include in your book. I've done that actually just on my last scrapbook page I just did of Radiator Springs Racers. I love the Radiator Springs Racers sign, and I didn't have a picture of it. I thought I did, but I didn't. And so I found one on Flickr that I could use legally and put it in it's just in my personal scrapbook. So yeah, but it's cool.
Very good. Okay, Aaron, do you have a... No, you just did one.
I just went.
Oh my gosh, I get so confused so easy. Okay, I picked the Flickr one from Katie. I have some others, but it's back to Britt.
Okay. Well, I'm getting down to it. I only have a few more.
Should we each do... let's just each do one more because of time, and then we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Which one should I pick? I really love Tanya's post that she did just this month in June, about how to create your own mini ear bows. And this is something she's been doing for a long time. And I always love her mini ear bows that she makes them. This also kind of goes with the whole what am I going to wear thing, but she makes bows to coordinate with the park and the outfit that she's wearing and even special events that she's going to. and puts them on her. She has the sequins headband ears, and she puts different bows on each time, and they're so cute. One of my favorite times she did that was when she went to meet Roger Rabbit, and she made the Roger Rabbit bow tie, but in a hair, like on her Minnie ears instead. So cute, so clever.
Yeah.
And then she also links to a bunch of pictures from Susan and then a tutorial about how Susan makes her bows. And that's just so clever and so cute. And I don't have a headband ear set, but I kind of want one now.
Now you want to get one.
Yeah. Just because it's so easy to switch your bows. And we do switch our bows on we have the black Scarlet, and I have the black classic Mickey ears, and we switch our bows on that. But this is so fun because you can make them out of any fabric you could possibly imagine. And then she even talks about how to travel with them and how to like lay them flat and, keep them in the baggie so that then they travel well, which is key to how you're going to keep all your bows if you have a different bow for every day. And
they're super easy to make. I'm not a seamstress at all. I don't sew, but I could handle these. And I think the instructions are actually sew free. You don't have to sew.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
They could be no sew.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
If you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. That post by by Tanya had tons of attention. I mean, people loved that post. It was crazy. It went crazy on Pinterest, and we had some other craft blogs and stuff that linked up to it. And
funfamilycrafts.com picked it up and posted it. And I thought that was very cool.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. Very fun.
And that's a very creative idea. I never would have thought of doing that either, Britt. I'm there with you. So
and she talked about how she bought even pre-made bows at the craft store, and she bought them in like every color because they're like the perfect size. Anyway, so fun. And it just customizes your outfit. So cute. Like the one Susan has with like her daughter with the Tigers sports and stuff. Like it's so custom and so adorable. So her and her daughter have matching ones every day, which I think is cute too.
I think so too.
Man, now I think the girls need ears so we can match them every day. And this trip list is getting longer and longer.
Well, you've got all summer to do it, right?
Yeah, you have a few months. Got to get going on these projects. That's my problem. Is I get 92 days. Nice.
92 days.
Your summer's 92 days.
Oh,
no,
till
it's
your trip?
92 days.
92 days till your trip. Okay, I was thinking because you're out of school during the summer, you're not working.
Yeah. My summer is like 10 days. It feels like, but it's 92 days till our trip.
Awesome.
See, that's the thing though, is like I always get all these great ideas and I think, I have I have 92 days to get it done. And then it's like the week before and I'm like crafting and sewing and driving myself crazy. Ugh, I got to start getting things done early. Especially with all these ideas from Capturing Magic. Got to get going.
Okay, Erin.
Okay, my last one is an article from Kim again, and it's about counting down, and it's the countdown she did with the pictures.
I'm so glad I didn't pick this one. This is one of the ones I was just trying to decide between.
Where they, her and her family all have the number of fingers counting down from 10, and I just thought it was a really neat idea that wasn't like over the top like Disney countdown. You know what I mean? It'd be a neat way to kind of, because I'm doing Project Life now, I can work those pictures into my regular layouts too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I definitely thought it was really cool, and I want to do that this time around.
And it makes the cutest Project Life like kind of page. Like she posted her little page that she made out of it. And I'm like, oh, that is the cutest page. Just the things they did each day, 10 days before their trip, you know? It was
and
really
there's
cute.
only so many times I can post the picture of the countdown app on my phone. So, you know, I mean, I feel like I use it every week, but I like this going from 10. And it's not, you know, the same. Sometimes it's the kids, sometimes it's her, and it's different each day, and I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was a really fun idea.
See, Kim, she has endless ideas. How does she do this? Such a cute idea and such a cute final, finished product that she did with it after she was done.
Yeah.
So adorable.
Okay, which do I want to pick? I'm going to do a double header.
Okay.
I'm going to pick more than one.
That's okay.
Okay, so the first one, they kind of go together a little bit. The first one is a post from Stephanie Haining that she did on the World of Color layout.
Love it.
Yeah, she's a paper scrapbooker, but she loves technology and does lots of tech stuff too. And she did a post about taking a photo and tracing around it to make a cutout and then putting ribbon behind it to make the World of Color. It was really cute, but it's something that you could duplicate in digital scrapbooking very easily as well. Mm-hmm. And I put a little note at the end of her post on how to do that. But then also tying into the cutter thing, I really loved your post that you did, Britt, about using the Disney PDFs, the printables, with your silhouette to cut out. To do cutouts. Yeah. Because I've used that. I haven't used it for Disney stuff yet, but I use that post on non-Disney stuff, and it's really cool, and it's super slick. But this is a way that people can get official Disney cutouts because Silhouette hasn't partnered with Disney, and they haven't licensed any of this stuff. But you can just go to, Spoonful, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spoonful, and use some of their printables and import it into the software, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it makes super cute die cuts. And if you don't paper scrapbook, like I used mine for Scarlett's birthday party, but you could use them for luggage tags or all other kind of things for your trip. It doesn't. I'm not a paper scrapbooker either, but I still use that tip. I use that method a lot. So. Really cute stuff.
All kinds of.
On Spoonful. Really cute stuff.
Yeah. You could also make t-shirts and stuff too with it. You could do iron-ons.
Yep. I did a post about that.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Fully, as you guys are talking about this, Britt, you said luggage tags. And I was like, I need to make luggage.
I knew that was being added to your list right then and there.
I need to make luggage tags right now.
Custom luggage tags. I'm doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I've used my Silhouette so much. I had to buy a new cutting mat because I wore mine out. Oh my gosh. And my machine ate half of it. So I had to buy a new one.
That's good.
I've used it a lot.
So even as a digital scrapbooker, you're getting a lot of use out of your Silhouette.
Yep. Yeah. For crafty things like t-shirts and other stuff. But yeah. It's super fun. And most of the things do end up being Disney related.
Right, totally.
But I love it.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. Everyone got a lot of fun in, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of tips we just went through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lots of really fun stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about what we have coming up in the future, too. We have lots of shows already scheduled and lots of topics we're going to be talking about on the blog, too. So all related to creating and capturing magic. Come check it out.
It amazes me how much good content is already on our blog, even though we only started
8 months ago.
8 months ago. It's there's so much content there. As I was going through and picking my favorite things, I just kept finding more. Oh, I loved that post. Oh yeah, I remember that post. It's so good. And oh, I missed this one, but it's so good. I learned, anyway, it was amazing to me as I went through preparing for today's show, just realizing what we have as a resource on our site right now. It's pretty cool.
It is a rich resource. And I've actually had 2 emails in the past week from people telling me how excited they've been with everything that they've learned on the website and through the podcast. One person, a mom who sent her kids to Disneyland with her mom for 2 weeks. Whoa. And she didn't know anything about Photopass, so she said that it's been really, really fun to be able to see the pictures and everything from that trip because of Photopass. And she said, without your site, I wouldn't have known anything about it.
That's cool.
Yeah, really great stories.
Cool.
Great stories coming in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. Okay, let's go around and do picks. We're moving on into picks with Pixie Dust. I haven't said the whole phrase in a long time, picks with Pixie Dust. There we go. Okay, Britt, your turn first.
Okay, so I'm picking an article that I just got in my email inbox today from, I subscribe to the Disney Insider newsletter. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to that or not, but it just basically sends you highlights from the Disney Insider website. I don't know how often I get it, but they had a link to the making of that new, I talked about this on our last episode, the new Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts that are going to be on the Disney Channel. There's an article about the making of those and talking about the artist who was the producer and who kind of designed the characters, and then like his team and how they were inspired by the old 30s Mickey cartoons, but then also wanted it to feel really contemporary and new, but while still being really inspired by the classic stuff. And I just thought it was very interesting. And there's a couple YouTube videos in there talking to the artists and to the some other executives who are involved. And then it also linked up to the first 2 episodes, or not episodes, they're shorts, but the first 2 shorts that you can already watch online, which I didn't know that they were on there on the Disney website. Oh. So you can watch the first 2 if you go to those links.
Super cute.
They are so cute. I watched them with Scarlett on my lap, and she loved them too. They're really funny, really clever. I love the design of them.
I do.
The artwork is so neat. I want hopefully they'll start coming out with some merchandise or something, because I want like a t-shirt with that Mickey on it. Or like the Minnie. She's so cute too. I don't know. I hope they come out with some merchandise of him.
I was online the other day, and I know that Old Navy is actually doing a Mickey Through the Years line in the next coming months. And I ordered a couple of them online. Some of them are already online. And it's actually a specific line that they're doing of all these different styles of Mickey on t-shirts and stuff. And it's for, I think there were kids, there were men's, there were women's, everything.
Are they in the store or is just online?
I don't know if they're in the store. I think they're going to be, but I know that I grabbed a couple online when I was shopping last week. So I would assume eventually they'll be in the store too.
Very cool.
They're very cool looking. My wife got one, and it's like the 1928 Mickey and Minnie, and it says Mickey and Minnie since 1928.
Oh, cute.
It's very cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is cute. I just went to Old Navy and I did a search on Disney, and man, they've got tons and tons.
Yeah, they do have a lot of the licensed stuff.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Super, super cute.
So that's like my half pick. I have another one too, though.
Okay.
My other pick, I actually changed it halfway through, but is the Countdown app that I'm using. And it's called the WDW Countdown. And what it is it counts down your vacation. You put in the date that you're leaving, and it'll count down by days, or it will count down by hours. And it gives you a different picture every time you log into it. You can have it go into your pictures. So if on your phone you have pictures from your last trip, you can do that. Or they have images, stock images that they've used. And every time you go into the app, it's a different picture.
How fun.
And so my wife and I both have it on our phones, and our girls literally check it 3, 4, 5 times a day to see what the picture is at that point.
Cute.
So we've used it for the past 2 trips, and I love it. It's simple. And you can actually save a picture of the screen to your camera roll. So it's good for scrapbooking it if that's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
I like it a lot.
Perfect. And is that iPhone only? Do you know?
I believe that it might also be Android, but I definitely know that it's iPhone.
And is it just Disney World as far as the pictures go?
Yes, this one is just Disney World. I believe they have a Disneyland one too, though. That would be Disneyland pictures. I believe they do. I can't say that for absolute definite, but I believe that they do.
Seems like they might. Okay, fun.
Yeah, you can also on your phone, you can go in and set up albums based on locations. Did you know that? So you could go in and set up locations and then have it pull from those albums. That would be cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Super fun. Super fun. Okay, my pick is a post. I was going to do something else, and then I decided to do this one because I've actually referred back to this post like 5 times in the last couple days. And so I thought, okay, this needs to be my post. It's on DisneyTouristBlog.com with Tom and Sarah Bricker, and we had Sarah on not too long ago.
It was a great show.
It was a great show. She's just so nice. And, okay, so it's how to save $2,500 on a deluxe Disney World vacation. You need this, Erin.
Oh, yeah. I clearly need this.
And their tips, they're, the buzzword right now all over Disney everywhere is saving money. And sometimes you'll click through and read the tips and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to pack peanut butter sandwiches into the parks.
Oh my God, no.
I'm sorry.
I can't do that. I can't.
Me either.
It's against everything I believe in.
But that's part of the magic for you, Steph. Is what we eat.
Yeah,
so,
right?
Yeah.
It's a huge part of the magic for me. But I mean, just a lot of them are tips that crack me up sometimes because it's like, really, you're going to do that? You go to a reseller to get the tickets that isn't authorized or licensed, and you might get lucky and the tickets will really work, or they might have all been used. All of the days have been used. Those are the kinds of things.
A chance I want to take.
Right. Right. Some of the tips are scary sometimes, but the tips that they have in this post are legitimate. They're things that I would really do. Really good tips. And he does a price comparison of, 4 people. They're just the 2 of them. They're young, 20-somethings, but they pretended that they had 2.5 kids for this post and pretended that they left the 0.5 kid at home.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, it's really, really good stuff in this post. So I would recommend reading it, and posts from other sites. You might want to be careful what tips suggestions you're following. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome what I found your article as you was talking, and what's great about, this is off the topic, but what's great about Disney Tourist Blog is you're reading this article about saving money, and you're graced with these beautiful photographs throughout the page. I mean, it's so, that's like what I love the most about their blog is the beautiful photography that you get to look at as you are reading this thing about saving money.
Yeah. And I love the sense of humor too, like leaving the 0.5 kid at home,
Yes. Their style of writing is so cute.
It's funny.
So fun to read.
Yep.
Very good pick. What a great article. I think I'm going to be referring to that as well.
I know. Like I said, I've pulled this article up several times in the last few days to refer back to it. And so, yeah, it's a great pick. If I don't say so myself. Yeah. And I left a comment on there and left it in a wrong place. But oh well, it's good. Because, anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Okay, let's go around and remind everyone where they can find us. Britt?
I am at BritishDesigns.com, and that's British with 2 T's, and that's where you can find my digital scrapbook supplies. I have a shop there, a gallery, my blog, and then also links to my Facebook page, Instagram, things like that you can find on my sidebar of my blog. So that's where I'm at.
Perfect. Are you gearing up in full planning mode yet?
Kind of. We're going in October, so I feel like, and I know that doesn't seem like that far out to some people because some people plan their trips like a year and a half out. But for us going to Disneyland, that's a little ways out for us. We did book we have our tickets and everything ready to go. We're about ready to book our hotel. It's hard because we're working with a big group, and so we have to kind of make everybody decide where they want to stay. So I feel like I've nagged my family several times in the last few weeks to say, we got to book this because it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to get it booked because time is ticking here and I'm panicking. So, but yeah, I guess we're sort of in full blown. I think I should be in full blown mode here, but planning mode. I don't know. I got to get on it.
I can tell you that it's making me nervous that you're not. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like twitching here.
It's a little different.
It's different with Disneyland.
Yeah, it's not as you don't have to quite be as far out as you have to be at Disney World, especially because there's no big dining plans to book, nothing like that. On our Disney World trips in the past, believe me, we would not be this close to the trip and this unprepared. But
yeah.
We're getting there.
For comparisons, I've got a trip to Disneyland. I'm going down for D23 in August. And then we're doing the Diz 40 for my 40th birthday in November. And the fact that I don't have any ADRs set up for Florida is totally freaking me out. I have anything set up except for my tickets and my hotel for Disneyland, not freaking me out at all.
It's different. I can't really explain why it's different, but it is.
Yep, it is. It is. So anyway, okay. Erin, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me writing at capturingmagic.me. And you can also, I started blogging again a little bit.
Wow.
You can find me at lifeinapageprotector.blogspot.com.
Love that.
Oh.
So it's not super up to date or anything, but I've treaded lightly back into it.
Nice. I love it. Great. I can't wait to check it out. I love the name.
Yeah,
Thanks.
very cute.
Super fun. Okay, I'm Steph, and you can find me at capturingmagic.me. You can also find me at thedailydigi.com if you're interested in learning more about digital scrapbooking. And be sure to check out our iPhone apps at capturingmagic.me for Disneyland and Disney World to help you capture all of the magic memories so that you don't come home and wish you would have taken photos that you forgot to take. Right?
Yep.
And that is about it. Yeah, it's enough.
Cool.
If you would like to leave us feedback about the show for this episode, you can find it at capturingmagic.me//48, just the numbers 48. And you can leave it in the comments there. There is also a contact button there that you can fill out the form, and it will be sent to me via email. If you would like to contact both Britt and I, send us an email at mail@capturingmagic.me, and that will get to both of us. And we would love to hear from you if you have questions or suggestions for the show, especially. Okay, I think we're good.
Yep.
All right.
I think so.
Thank you, everyone, and we will see you back here next time where we will be capturing magic.